Chapter 7, verses 1 and 2, Micah is sad. He looks around and sees a society broken down, everyone out to destroy someone else. People were totally godless. He says in verse 3, when it comes to sin, you do it well. Leaders leading in evil. Verses 5 and 6, it was so bad that neighbors, friends, spouses, children turned against each other. And I'm going to read verse 7. It says, but as for me, I will watch expectantly for the Lord. I will wait for the God of my salvation. Even though things are bad, Micah is going to watch and wait and hope for the Lord. And how beautiful is that? It's sad, but it's beautiful because through the bad, he knew salvation would follow. You know, in Luke chapter 21, verses 26 through 28, it speaks of the return of Christ. That verse is saying that when things are bad, the worst imaginable, don't be discouraged, but look up. Enjoy, hope, and trust. He will come to judge the world, and when he does, our suffering ends. Luke 18, Jesus encourages us to keep on praying. He speaks a parable of a widow who goes before an unjust judge. She kept pleading that her case would be heard, but the judge refused to hear her case. But she was persistent, and he finally gave in and gave her justice. Jesus says, if an unjust judge gives justice, then imagine how God, the just judge, will give justice quickly. His judgment and justice will be over in a day. That's why it's called the day of the Lord. It's not going to be the week of Yahweh, the month of Yahweh. It will be a decisive day of divine intervention against injustice and in favor of righteousness. Luke 18 verse 8 says, I tell you that he will bring about justice for them quickly. However, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth? He's saying, during affliction, don't be discouraged. Persevere in prayer. So I'm continuing Micah 7 verse 8. Though the situation was dark, the Lord would be their light. In verse 9, Micah confesses his sin. He says, I have sinned against him. This is a prophet of the Lord, and even he was humble enough to acknowledge his sin. Jesus said in Matthew 9:13, I desire compassion and not sacrifice, for I did not come to call the righteous, but sinners. A self-righteous man does not realize his need for salvation, but an admitted sinner does. And I said this earlier in the presentation. Heaven is for forgiven people. So we have to acknowledge our sins so that we may be forgiven. Heaven is for forgiven people.